and the watch the second grader explain to the parent how you're supposed to do it. In the engineering room, we decided that that would be things that move, basically. So you want to add a door or a garage, and we had kind of grand plans of maybe somebody will put in an elevator or a garage that opens and closes. We gave them some strings and pulleys and stuff like that. We got some really cool stuff like that too. A couple of kids made a drawbridge instead, and I was like, I like you. Art room is fairly straightforward. Decorate your house. It's where a lot of the kids went first, and we had construction paper and markers. We didn't have paint because oh my gosh, but just make your house pretty. Get creative. And then the math room was kind of the most challenging room, and in the math room we ended up doing um like what is the volume of your house, what is the footprint of your house. We put up a big public record, so after they recorded all that stuff they could write it down, and then the idea was that we could look at all that and we have this big math public record of what happened. That worked the least well, but it's also kind of hard to bring everybody down to let's sit down and figure out volume after doing all of that other stuff. Some people did it. I think it was valuable to have. I think we need to rework it for next year somehow. And the idea is you doing all of this on one thing so that you can see Steam working all in one place. And the overarching theory, just to go to that bottom bullet, is creativity lies in total freedom within a very narrow bandwidth. So we were like, these are the ideas for the room, but you can do whatever you want, and you got a lot of really cool stuff from that. And this is where the work then happens. And this first bullet is the most important thing. And the link there to work, I wrote a whole blog post about this, so you can also go to the blog. Someone has to be willing to do this. Do not watch this and think that's super cool. I hope somebody else does that. Somebody's got to do it. Be you. Divide all the work up. Collect a billion cereal boxes, get your kids involved as much as possible. We made giant posters, we made all the maps, we got volunteers, and we hustled hard, and we did not know how it would go on the night of. So this is kind of what it looks like on the night of, and you can see all our million pre-made boxes, and this is the video playing, and then this is the work happening. And like this stuff that they came up with such beautiful, cool designs that you're going to see in a second. This is two teachers. This is one teacher and then a volunteer that we had from a high school helping the technology room go. These are I believe this is the science room. And then this is what we got. Like I had no idea what we were going to get. The map I had made, we used the stage of our gym and made this giant map that was blank. I just put in roads and I put in a river going down the middle, and you can see just the wide variety of homes that we got. Like, look at this. They built a roof and a deck, and that's a little fire pit and plants and trees. You can see a swing set back here. This is what it looked like when we turned all the lights off because people had done the LED lights. This video is a flyover of what the Cardboard City looks like. I highly recommend watching this because it's incredible. And what we learned from this process is go big as you can. Dream big and then jump at it. Have faith in the plan and the process and the kids. And the more family involvement you have, the better. The better the night will go, the better it'll go for the kids, the better it'll go for the school, and the better it'll go for education. The better it'll go for education because we get a bad rap all the time. And you need to be controlling the narrative as teachers. So you bring families in and you let them see that whatever they're hearing about, oh, schools are terrible, they're not learning anything, blah, 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 is wrong. Because look at this cool stuff that we're doing. Look at what your kids are able to do right now. And let yourself be surprised by it. I had a kid walking out of the science room and I didn't see any plants. And I said, what do you do? What did you do? This is a plant room. And he showed me this arch and he said, I made a greenhouse. and it was like this little greenhouse, and I looked inside and there were plants growing in it. I was like, never in a million years would I have thought of a greenhouse. That's incredible. And like you can see a bridge being built over the water. So a little contact information if you want. I've written some books, so buy my books. They're on Amazon. Again, this is me. He's the Weird Teacher at gmail.com, at the Weird Teacher. I'm Doug Robertson. I write a lot. He's the Weird Teacher.blogspot.com. That's where you can find my blog about the work. But really, the most important thing here is getting STEAM to work together, and finding ways to make a Maker Faire greater than it could be, greater than it normally is, and simplifying it to a point where it's got one specific goal that is acted on very strongly. And I know I breezed through that really quickly. Like I said, this link going to send you to a lot of the really detailed minutia, and the two videos are going to do a lot of explaining too. Thank you.